Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon update. And what are we talking about on our half-assed Temu Daily Show knockoff today? Well, this post. Can I ask what's going on with my boys and in some cases gals? Which is the frontrunner for the weirdest weird Trump post of 2025. You know, the dude that attacks everyone for just a sideways look is now pleading that we stop looking into the evil life of the worst sex trafficker and leader of a child prostitution ring and the president's best friend for 10 years, who died so badly in prison, even Putin can't keep a straight face when saying it was suicide. The worst pedo in American history. A man who got convicted for an underage prostitution ring in 2006, then had to do prison time, at least 12 hours a day of prison time, because obviously the prison in Florida was also a residence inn. Regarding his suicide, when they released the prison video camera footage, it showed nothing. And then some video dentists over at Wired dove deeper into the video's metadata and found out that the Epstein prison security video had been modified. Right. The video that showed if the guy committed suicide or if it was a unrequested assisted suicide. Well, it's been edited using Adobe Premiere Pro like we do on the show and had been, this is a quote, assembled from at least 2 source clips, saved multiple times, exported, and then uploaded to the DOJ's website. The metadata also showed that 2 minutes and 53 seconds were edited out. And we know that because Adobe Premiere Pro leaves evidence when you're trying to hide evidence. 2 minutes and 53 seconds gone. That's enough time to sneak in, strangle a guy, break his high point bones in his neck, which the pathologist Epstein brother hired said is consistent with homicide. 2 minutes, 53 seconds. You still have time for a sandwich. And the final file appeared to contain at least 2 separate MP4 files that were combined. So there is a criminal cover-up mixtape DJ at the DOJ. When asked for a response, the FBI didn't respond. The DOJ's Office of the Inspector General did find that half of the surveillance cameras at the facility where Epstein died and most of those inside his detention unit weren't working on July 29th due to a technical error. Huh? What? So technically, it was a suicide. Even Scooby-Doo and Shaggy would be all over this case. Hey, Scoob, man, it's pretty clear Epstein was assassinated. Oh, not for sure, Aggie. Couple other things. If there's no evidence and no client list, then why the hell is this woman in jail? So she's in jail for sex trafficking no one? On top of that, if there's no evidence and no client list, why did 2 banks, JP Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank, pay off 100 plus of Epstein's victims, $365 million for sex crimes that didn't exist? Because the one thing banks love to do is pay out money for nothing. It's a mystery, isn't it? And when asked if he was on the list, here's what Sweet Potato Hitler said.
These files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden information, you know.
The evidence was faked by Obama, who wasn't president when Epstein was arrested. Either time. Then it was the radical Democrats, including Biden. Except Epstein was arrested in Trump's first term, not during Biden. And Bill Barr knew Epstein, as did Bill Barr's dad. And now we're finding that Howard Lutnick, who is also in the administration, lived near Epstein and had a connection, as did Alex Acosta, who prosecuted Epstein in Florida and was given a job in the first administration. So, where's the list? And evidence that he said he was going to release years ago.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you know, you don't know it. You don't.
That he's not on, he says. And now if he is on it, it's just like all the other things he's not on and didn't do even though he's on it. Or we watched him be on it. He was sued by a girl who said she got raped at 13. So there's nothing to see here. I'm sure this is all going to go away. But the worst thing to me is that 211 Republicans voted not to release the files. So to be clear, the Democrats voted to release the PEDO files. while the Republicans voted to protect pedophiles. You know, just like Jesus. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And god damn, I wish this... When I named this thing originally, it was sarcastically named. Now it's really Armageddon. Are we serious? Are we talking about all the Republicans voted to actually not see the files on the worst pedophile ever because he's best friends